told y'all earlier today, you know what? I'm changing my take on Cleveland. Maybe Shedeur should stay in Cleveland. Now, y'all know me. I've been one of the biggest people on these microphones telling y'all he need to get the hell out of Cleveland. I ain't rocking with him. Now, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be more positive. Maybe Shedeur being in Cleveland is a good thing. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise, y'all. That's the way I'm looking at it. I got to use, critical thinking skills, critical thinking methods.
I almost didn't survive this, because what the Browns front office just tried to pull with Shedeur might be the boldest, messiest, we thought nobody would notice move of the decade. Phones are ringing, insiders are sweating, and 2026 suddenly looks like a full-blown disaster movie. Buckle up.
There's a clip going around social media, you've probably seen it, of Shedeur Sanders after the game. He said something along the lines of, what you saw here was on 1 week of practice. Imagine what I could do with an entire offseason. It would be dangerous. That, summarizing, but that's pretty much what he said. And a lot of people have taken some issue with that and said, man, this kid doesn't show any humility. He's very cocky. He's very arrogant. Like Rex Ryan was saying, whenever you win a game, you need to use the words we and us. And when you lose, then you need to...
The Browns didn't just wake up one morning and choose chaos. They set an alarm for it, hit snooze twice, and still managed to oversleep straight into a PR nightmare.
Came up with Shedeur could build his own legacy in Cleveland. He's right where he's supposed to be. At least that was my take this morning until I heard what the hell just came out of Cleveland news. Now, we all seen what went down this weekend. My dog went back there, 53 yards. Bam! My dog, bam! Killed him. 209 yards, 1 touchdown. Would have supposed to have 3. First Cleveland Brown rookie since 1995 to win in a debut.
Because quietly floating the idea of dumping Shedeur in 2026 is not a plan. It's a stress test for public patience. And right now, that patience is cracking like a cheap folding chair at a tailgate party.
I came out Monday and I said, Shedeur's got to start the rest of the season. I can tell that you feel that same way, but there is the part of me in the back of my brain, like how much are they weighting this game against the 49ers? Like, I really hope that Stefanski's got it in his head. This is Shedeur for the rest of the season. But there's a part of me that is nervous about the idea that he goes in against the 49ers. And this, again, we're on a game-by-game basis. He, once again, is in a spot where he has to prove himself.
So I think he is in a game-by-game basis. I think they're going to make him earn everything.
Everything about this situation smells like panic dressed up as strategy. 1 minute, the franchise is riding a wave of cautious optimism. The next minute, it's leaking future flexibility, like a sinking ship pretending the water is just part of the design.
I think this is going to be the position. This is the point we've been waiting for, to see what they do with Shedeur Sanders, whether they trade him, whether they cut him. Everybody has to be a contributor, whether it's on special teams, whether it's an offensive, defensive. You may be the 6th receiver and you're the punt returner, kick returner. Like, you have to have a role that you play and impact. A 4th string quarterback being on the active roster, it's nothing to say about Shedeur. It just doesn't make...
Somehow, the same front office that publicly smiles through every rebuild has decided that the best way forward is to quietly rehearse and exit 2 seasons early. Very subtle, very discreet. About as discreet as fireworks inside a library. The timing alone is what really sets this mess on fire. Shedeur hasn't even reached the stage where quarterbacks are fairly judged by cold, hard outcomes yet. He's still in the phase where development matters, where protection matters, where stability matters.
The words I and me. Okay, Rex. Okay, everybody out there complaining about this video clip. That video clip from CBS was the tail end of a much longer interview. If you have not seen the entire post-game interview with Shedeur Sanders, you need to go find it. And so after the game, he was, pulled aside by the sideline reporter to hey, Shedeur, how's it feel to come out here and win your first start and all that kind of stuff? And the first thing he said, the first thing he did in that interview was praise God.
And the Browns respond by dusting off the contingency plans like they're already bracing for impact. That doesn't scream calculated management. It screams we're nervous and don't want anyone to know we're nervous. And now everyone knows. Fans see through it instantly. They always do. You can't sell a future while actively browsing the clearance aisle of your present. The moment these whispers surfaced, the mood shifted from hopeful skepticism to full-blown suspicion.
Make it easy on yourself. Give the kids some love. Hey, Shedeur, you're a guy going forward. The rest of the team can rally around that. Those guys in that locker room, they'll sniff that out. Myles Garrett saying, like, this kid went out, made those throws. We dominated on defense. We got some juice, and you're not going to commit to him?
He did commit to him because he's named the starter for this weekend. Do you think Shedeur is going to be the franchise quarterback for the Browns?
I don't think Stefanski committed.
Right.
I think Jimmy Haslam called Stefanski said, I'm sorry, no.
Put that out there right now.
Right, Jimmy Haslam knows they are back in business. They have found their guy. They had.
What makes it worse is the Browns' long and proud tradition of quarterback musical chairs. This franchise doesn't develop quarterbacks. It emotionally speed dates them. One year it's the future, the next year it's an awkward breakup with a PR statement about going in a different direction. Now Shedeur is being quietly penciled into the same scrapbook of what could have been before the ink on his chapter is even dry.
Conversation. Everybody, one of the worst games he's played. Obviously, he hasn't had a ton of games as a pro, but had a rough game. Took some bad sacks, and it's created a incredible discourse online. You're either on one side of the fence or the other. You're saying he didn't get a fair shake of it, or you're saying he played behind the same offensive line that Huntley played behind, who led a 2-minute drive for the game-winning touchdown, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's somewhere in the middle, as always. I think he can be a good quarterback.
Behind the scenes, the front office is now stuck in that uncomfortable middle space where nobody trusts the plan, but everyone insists there is one. Executives are doing reputational gymnastics to explain how preparing to move on doesn't mean they've lost confidence. That's like packing parachutes mid-flight and insisting the plane is perfectly fine. Technically possible, emotionally terrifying. The locker room energy doesn't come out of this unscathed either. Players notice when management starts hedging.
He's polarizing. Exhilarating.
That's the word.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Powerful. Shedeur Sanders is not making decisions that dictate democracy. Shedeur Sanders is making play calls on first and second down. Shedeur Sanders he's deciding protections.
It changes how much trust flows in each direction. If the quarterback of tomorrow already feels like a temporary solution, the entire offense starts playing with invisible expiration dates above their heads. That's not how chemistry is built. That's how tension matures into distrust. The funniest part is how preventable this all was. No one demanded a 2026 verdict right now. No one forced the franchise to telegraph doubt 2 full seasons early.
He is just like a sweet guy. Like, I think he's like a little, I don't know, like he's just pure. Like, he's a pure, innocent kid, and he loves playing football, and he's super confident in himself.
Yeah.
And I think he believes everything he says.
Let's face it, Shedeur Sanders is the Adam Bull of the NFL. He's cocky and lovable. I'm cocky and I'm lovable. I think I'm the best sports talk host in America.
Yeah, but he doesn't come across as cocky to me.
All they had to do was what competent organizations do: publicly commit, privately evaluate, and let performance decide. Instead, they flirted with the future in public and now look shocked that it turned into a scandal. Now the front office is boxed in. If Shedeur improves, the rumor trail makes them look distrustful. If he struggles, the narrative becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Either way, the organization doesn't get to appear calm or confident anymore. They look restless.
There's so much speculation. Shedeur Sanders can make all of it irrelevant. All of it, including where he was drafted, including being drafted in the 5th round. I get it, he won't get the contract, but he can erase all of this with a great performance in this game. And I get it, people are saying, that's a lot to ask. Well, hold up. I mean, this is what the NFL is about. You have to grab a hold of your opportunities.
And restless franchises make rushed decisions. Rushed decisions are how Brown's history keeps getting sequels. For Shedeur, this turns into motivational fuel whether he asks for it or not. Every snap now carries the subtext of audition rather than growth. Every good game feels like a rebuttal. Every bad game gets magnified into a referendum. That's unfair pressure in a league already designed to chew rookies into headlines.
If you have no use for Shedeur, play him, increases draft stock, increases trade value, and then make the trade. The Baltimore Ravens already want Shedeur. By the end of the trade deadline, they might trade for Shedeur knowing, hey, we're not going to play Lamar Jackson the rest of the season. We're eliminated from the playoffs. Cooper Rush, he's not our future. Snoop Huntley's been here for 4 years, and he's cool, but we know his ceiling. And more than anything, the Ravens know how to manage a personality like Shedeur. They're not scared of those personalities.
Yeah.
They got Lamar Jackson. They had Ray Lewis. They had Terrell Suggs. They had Ed Reed. Like, the Ravens aren't intimidated by guys with big personalities, by guys with aura, by guys.
And for the fans, they're once again trapped in that familiar limbo where hope feels conditional. Cheer now, but don't get too attached. Believe in the rebuild, but keep your emotional bags packed. It's the kind of long-term uncertainty that doesn't just drain enthusiasm, it trains it to stay guarded. So here's the real question. Did the Browns just outsmart the future or completely sabotage it? Let me know what you think in the comments. If this saga has you hooked, hit like, subscribe for more chaos, and stay locked in for what happens next.